Yo, what's going on, man? Welcome back to the channel. We're going to talk about Mission Impossible 4, The Reckoning. It's a really good movie. Tom Cruise did it again, and he got everybody in there, too. Everybody's in their movie who's been in the last ones, and he got a few new faces, but Tom Cruise is definitely in it. And this one is about a key that they trying to find. They trying to find this one little key, and this key is going to help them uh, unlock some stuff that, you know what I'm saying, that Tom Cruise and the character Ethan Hawke is really looking for. So let's see what it say. Dead Reckoning Part 1. Ethan Hunt and his IMF team embark on their most dangerous mission yet, to track down and terrify a new weapon that threatens all of humanity before it falls into the wrong hands. With control of the future and the fate of the world at stake, the dark forces from Ethan's past closing in, a deadly race around the globe begins. Confronted by a mysterious, all-powerful enemy, Ethan is forced to consider that nothing can matter more than the mission, nor the lives of the people he cares about the most. Yeah, it was a really good one. So they do a lot of the action sequences. You know, they getting chased in these cars. And him and the girl staring some cheesy car. And the person chasing him is in like a fucking Hummer or some shit like that. So they're able to go down steps and do all this shit with ease. And while they in a small little beater, looking like a Pinto, and they're able to go down the stairs too, but it's a lot more wear and tear on their body. So eventually they're able to disable the truck of the girl who's chasing them. And then that leads them to the most exciting scenes is on the train. Then they get on the train and they have to ride through this train through this city. And it took him a long time to get on the train too. He was working this butt off, but he couldn't get on the train. So they were trying to do everything to make the train slow down so he can get on the damn train. And it was hard, you know what I'm saying? So he's been he's being watched by the guy who is doing all the killing, and the girl. The girl is doing the killing as well. She looked like an Asian chick, and the dude is this Mexican guy. Excuse me. So they're trying to get Ethan Hawke to stop doing, you know, his hero antics and go about his business, but he's not doing that. He's gonna make sure that he wins and he's fighting hard to win. So it's just him. He got the girl kicking him with him, and they change faces and everything like that, you know, because they got the technology to make to be the face of whoever is uh, in the opposite squads. So that's what they do. They put the face on to try to act like they the girl. The girl is rich, so by doing that, they're able to trick them into believing that nothing that they do is gonna be a success. So he's like, Ethan Hawke is like doing what he can. He gets on the train, and when he's on the train, now you got these two cops that's chasing him around, trying to lock him up. And eventually they get the draw down on him, and then they ready to take him to jail. But he's able to convince him, like, hey man, you arresting the wrong person. You need to be arresting the other person. You know, don't try to lock me up and stop me from doing what I'm doing. Well, I'm here to save the world. So the girl and him, They fight on this train. The train is the biggest sequence, and it's riding. It's got no brakes, so it's just rolling. They fight on top of the train. They fight in the carts. It's the really big thing. And they fight besides the train. They fight on top of it, and it's going so fast because the guy got on there, the bad guy got on there, and he killed the conductors, and then he broke the door, so you can't get in there and hit the brakes. So they just ride, and then eventually what he does is he disconnects the trains, and the train that he's on, which is the rest of the train connected to him, it stops. But it stops on the edge, so that means each one of the actual train cars it's dropping down a good 50 feet, and it's crashing in the end when it gets down there. So he's trying to block that from happening with him and the girl on the train, but it looked like imminent doom is what they're facing, and he just kind of battled his way back onto the train. So by separating the train, the runaway train, which is the first one, it just kept going and it went over. And the other trains that him and the rest of the passengers on, it starts to fall over into the depth one by one, and him and the girl is on each one of the carts, crawling and jumping and trying to do everything to get to safety. And eventually, uh, instead of getting arrested, he jumps off the plane because he got one of those parachutes, and it opens, and he's able to swing down to the other guy that's in his group, the European dude, and they're able to get him into safety. And as for the key, he got the key. He fought throughout the movie to get his hands on the key, and eventually he did get his hands on the key, and that's how the movie ended with him having a key. He didn't have a key prior to that. He was trying to get his hand on the key, but he couldn't do it because they was trying to fight him off. You know what I'm saying? But he got his hand on the key. He was able to get everybody to safety, and that was the end of the movie. So it's a really, really good one, man. You need to go check out Mission Impossible 4: Dead Reckoning. It's really one of the good ones. I mean, the action is so nonstop. It's just like that Tom Cruise is made for this because for him to put one of these movies together, and he does his own stunts, it's so good and so interesting, and it's so fun to watch. You know what I'm saying? So, and then all the technology that they use in order to manipulate and fool the people, it's always good. So let me know if you're gonna watch Dead Reckoning, Mission Impossible 4, and if you've already seen it, hit me up in the comment section with your opinion. Peace.